Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today commences the first day of my Miata prep for Sonoma with on-grid. I'll be racing the car in Apex Time Attack, and there's a lot of work that I need to do to get the car ready. So this video is going to be kind of a rundown of everything that I need to do and then the beginnings of the prep. I'm not sure how far I'll get because I want to keep the videos fairly short for kind of viewers' appetite. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna give you guys a walk around of the car really quick just to show you guys where I'm at, and then I'll do the first thing of the rebuild process, and I'll show you what that's like. All right, so as you can see, the car is pretty damp. It's been sitting outside tonight, and it cools off pretty fast during the day nowadays because it's approaching winter time, so the car has a bunch of condensation on it, so just don't mind that. But as you can see, the car has Sake Bomb Garage stickers on it, and I'm no longer with Sake Bomb Garage. I'm with Turn 9, so these are gonna come off. If anyone from Sake Bomb sees this, I'm sorry, but as you guys know, things didn't pan out very well for me, so these have to go. After that, today I'm actually gonna be starting my process of revising the exhaust. If you guys have been watching my track videos for a while, you might have heard some weird rattling underneath the car while I'm driving, and it's actually the mid pipe, or the down pipe rather, hitting the transmission tunnel under high G. So I'm going to be fixing all of that and hopefully securing it for good. And then the next thing that I'm doing is front control arm bushings because mine are shot. I'll show you that. And then I'm also doing my big brake kit that I have for the car. I'll show you that down the line. That'll probably be in a future video, but I'll just kind of give you guys a full overview of what I have going on for now. All right, so here's a walk around of the car one last time with all the Sake Bomb livery. Take a good look, guys, because this is the last time any of those stickers will ever be on the car. All right, so let's get this ball rolling. First thing I'm going to do is rip off the rotor bomb, which always kind of confuse people since this car doesn't have a rotary in it, obviously. So here's that. I'm probably just going to time-lapse this or just cut through it since ripping stickers off isn't the most engaging thing in the world to watch. You'll see what I decide when I edit this. All right, guys, here you go. Here's a walk around of the car with no stickers. It looks naked. It looks kind of weird. I haven't seen it without all the Sake Bomb stuff on it for a very long time. So this is a little nostalgic, I guess you could say, for me. But yeah, you can still kind of see how dirty my car is right now. This is all dirt. I need to wash it, obviously, but it's okay. It'll have a new livery coming very soon for the car. I have some sponsors that need to have some real estate on the car, so to speak, so I need to kind of get all that sorted out, but that's going to be the last thing I do. Now I'm going to move on to the mechanics. So I'm going to put the car up in the air and then show you guys what's going on with the exhaust.
Oh, my hair went green.
All right, so this is the current situation with my exhaust. I have just the front kind of bolted up at the downpipe, right here. And I just want to show you how like off this thing is. So with this thing completely like unsupported, keep in mind this is just hanging off the V-band. The angle that it wants to sit is basically right under the PPF. So I need to cut the exhaust. What I'm probably gonna do is cut it. I'm probably gonna get rid of this piece right here and then put in a sharper bend, because if I can get the straight piece to shoot where I want it to be, which is closer to the, basically fill in this kind of gap right here, then everything else should be lined up. But this tension was part of, well, this kind of misdirection that you see is part of why I was having a lot of the exhaust issues that I was having, especially at the manifold, since it was torquing the turbo. So I'm hoping that once I fix this, it'll alleviate a lot of my turbo issues. I'm also gonna put way more exhaust hangers in. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna go to just yet. I don't wanna go to the floor drop pan, which is this thing right here, because I will feel every bit of it, and I'm not really fond of that. So I have this muffler, which was the original muffler that I made for the car, and I made the mistake of not using stainless. And as you can see, this turned out like crap. I mean, it's so rusted. So this thing's junk to me now, but this side is stainless, I believe. So I'm gonna use this bend probably where that one is up there. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably figure out where to mark it, to cut it. I'm definitely gonna cut the pipe post weld right about here. And then I don't know where I'm gonna cut this side because I have a V-band right here. So unless I ditch the V-band altogether and then put a new one in, which is, you know, viable, I guess, then I'll have to cut it post V-band, which may look a little ugly, but it'll still work, I guess. So yeah, that's on the agenda for tonight and tomorrow. It's pretty late tonight, so I don't know how far I'm gonna get, but I'm definitely gonna mark this at the very least. So I'll update you guys as the next step. All right, guys, as you can see, I have went ahead and cut the mid pipe, which are those two pieces right there, and then the down pipe, which is those two pieces right there. The issue with the down pipe was that the V-band flange that connects to the mid pipe was actually pointed down too much. So if you were looking at the side of the car from about this angle, the bottom of the down pipe was doing this sort of thing, and I want to tuck it up as much as I can. So I removed the entire exhaust from the turbo back. So I'm going to probably bolt up the front half of the down pipe so I can get some orientation to see how I want to build the rest of it out. So that's pretty much the plan. I cleaned the flange right here. I'm debating if I want to run a V-band right here or not. I'm also debating if I want to kind of get rid of some of this length on the down pipe and then build out the mid pipe to be super long, because there's no real reason to have this section right here. This is the section that was previously here, and there's actually like 3 slip pipes in here, which you can see. So here's the original down pipe, then there's another slip pipe, and then another one, which is, well, the inner side, which is this guy right here, is this tubing, but then there's this slip pipe, which takes up the room. It's just super janky, and I don't like it. So I'm definitely gonna cut that out and do it right. So we'd be looking at, you know, somewhat like this if I was to get rid of this whole shebang. But yeah, I don't know yet. I'm gonna keep you guys updated once I figure out what I want to do with this. Maybe I'll bolt this up first and then think about that. All right, guys, I have made some good progress. So as you can see, there's some new piping in. Let me give you a quick rundown, kind of update as to like where I'm at so far. So I ended up, as you saw in the last clip, I was debating cutting out some material on the flex pipe and I did go ahead and do that. So this is shortened a bunch. If you remember, there's that section with a slip pipe, and then it kind of narrowed down, and there was about probably 3.5 inches of piping like this, but on this side, I just cut all of that out to bring the flex pipe as close to the front as possible. I was also debating putting a V-band right here, and I decided not to because the V-band with the whole section up to this point is able to be pulled out of the top of the car, which was part of the issue, which is why I cut this in the first place, because not only was it pointed down, but I couldn't actually get it out of the car without pulling the turbo out. So now this whole section can come out as one, which is cool. I also shortened, the downpipe here. So obviously there's a small gap here, but that's super easy to fill. So yeah, I have then a 15-degree pipe-ish to kind of point this thing up, and then another 15-degree-ish pipe to kind of square out my exit for the rest of the exhaust. So if you can see it from the front here, it's pretty straight out. What I can do is with the mid-pipe or the straight section of tubing that I'm going to use for this, I can do the same thing that I did over here, which is leave a small gap to kind of get the angle where I want it to go, and then I can shoot it out straight the back. I am debating using the old section for that, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna just keep moving as I go along, since this is basically a big puzzle. You just gotta figure out which angles work for what. But I'm really stoked on this so far. So I'm just gonna keep cranking and update you guys in a bit. All right, guys, job done. I apologize for the lack of updates, but I was kind of rushing to get this thing done since I have a lot more work to do, which you'll see probably in another episode. So I'll just kind of run you through what happened here. So I ended up finishing this whole section. So I welded up the downpipe, and then these two bends, which are now mated to the original mid pipe that I had on the car previously. So it just kind of straight shoots out the back, and then I had to revise the flange here, since the muffler is in a different location from where it was originally, just slightly. So I had to pull it in slightly. But anyway, the exhaust is now done. I'm now gonna move on to doing bushings. So that's gonna be in the next episode. If you guys wanna see control arm bushings, I'm doing Sadfab Delrin and Poly mix, but I'm actually doing a ABS retrofit on the car. So I have NB Miata ABS knuckles that I'm gonna go on, that are gonna go on at the same time. So that's the next episode. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. If you like what you see, go ahead and leave a like down below. Leave a comment if you have any questions or whatever, just wanna say anything. And that'll kind of finish up the episode for today. Next episode is gonna be bushings, maybe. And then I have brakes and other stuff going in. So a lot of work on the front end of the car. I'm gonna try and get all of this sorted out before the event, which is next weekend. In basically 1 week from today, I have to leave. Well, I guess in the morning of tomorrow, but whatever. All right, time to move on. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.